Today I'm going to show you guys how to make this popcorn holder that you've seen on my blog. It's a perfect little treat holder for a classroom, kids, or something quickie, a little friend or whoever. I actually made this for my husband who's going to be gone over Valentine's Day. That would be a cute little thing to put in a box to send to him. So they like to eat popcorn while they're underway on the ship. So anyway, let's get started. First thing you're going to want to do is you're going to need to go to my blog and you're going to need to download the pattern. When you download the pattern, you're going to print it out at 8.5 by 11, and you want to print it on a piece of scrap paper, and then I want you to cut it out from the scrap paper. Cut out your pieces, and then I want you to trace them on a piece of thin chipboard. This is like the backing paper that comes in a pack of Stampin' Up's designer paper. You can use a cereal box. The other option you have is you could cut the pattern out and run it through your printer and print it right on your cardstock. Totally up to you. This is the way that I did it. But anyway, this is the part you print out, cut it out, and then you put it on your cardstock. So the first thing you're going to do is take your pattern pieces. This is a piece of 8.5 by 11 real red cardstock. When you line it up on your cardstock, you're going to have your two flaps, the slants on the sides over here, and you're just going to take your pencil and you're just going to trace it like that. The good thing about tracing it with a pencil is when you go to cut it out, if you've got any score lines, or I'm sorry, any pencil lines, you can erase those, whereas if you were to print it out directly onto the cardstock, you can't really erase those ink lines. They're kind of stuck there. You can always flip the paper or whatever, and then the good thing about cutting these out on chipboard is you can keep them. So put them in a file the way you have them with the directions, and you'll also get a 4-page document of written directions with pictures of how to assemble the box and make the super cute little popcorn pieces, which I'm actually going to show you guys how to do that today. Okay, so I'm just going to show you how to assemble the box, make the popcorn pieces, and then you can decorate it however you want. I used a piece of stitched grosgrain, and then I cut out a 3 by 3 red circle and another circle that's 2 3/4 by 2 3 circles. And I used the Valentine stamp from Grateful Greetings, which is in the holiday mini catalog, which is no longer available. And then I also used some pieces of chipboard I had laying around that has actually been retired with some retired paper as well. So it's kind of just something little I threw together. You could definitely use more. You could just use whatever you have laying around pretty much. Okay, so once you have that printed out, then you're going to go ahead and take your scissors and you're going to want to cut. You're going to want to go ahead and cut that out. Now, for time's sake, I went ahead and cut them out, and you're going to end up with your two pieces that you cut out. Now, if you remember on your template, you can see that there's score lines, and you're going to need to implement those score lines onto your cardstock. And the easiest way to do that is to lay it on your template, put a little notch right here, slide it down a little bit, and make a little notch right up here. That way you know the whereabouts of the two lines you're going to connect. And then take a ruler and your bone folder, and you just basically line up your ruler along those lines. Just meet up your two little dots you just made there, and you just score. And you go back with your pencil, make sure you erase all your pencil marks. And when you fold this, you're going to have one that folds down into a mountain. Oh, you want to make sure you score that much better than I did, so your paper doesn't crease. Okay, so you have the one side folding down. Same thing again with your other. Keep that template you made here. Lay it down on your paper. Tricky part is getting it to line up all the way. And then this one, you see this one here, you fold it down into a mountain. You want to fold this one up as in a valley fold. Okay. You want to go ahead and fold that one up, just like that. Okay, now once you have your mountain fold going down, your valley fold coming up, it's going to be time to put the sticky strip on. I would prefer if you use sticky strip because it holds better. It's going to last longer and be stronger, but you can use any kind of adhesive you want that you have on hand. And you're going to be laying these two pieces on top of each other. So essentially you want to make sure you put your sticky strip on the outer side of your valley fold and on the outer side of your mountain fold. So go ahead and put your sticky strip on. Wow, it helps if I have a pair of scissors that are sharp enough to cut my sticky strip. Okay, and then once you got that, the easiest way to assemble this is going to be flip one side down, peel the sticky strip backing off of it, and then let's see here. Okay, peel the sticky strip off the back, and then lay this piece down on it like this. You're gonna go right up against it. Sure everything's lined up pretty well. And go ahead and push. And you can see I've got a little bit of pencil mark on there. Just go back over that with your eraser. Make sure you get all that pencil mark off there. Okay. So basically your inside is going to look like this. And then you're just going to lay this other side down right over it. Just like that. So you go ahead and shape off. It was a little bit trickier because you got to really line it up. I like to start lining it up at the top first. That way you know for sure it's gonna go down and match. And you never really want to push really hard with sticky strip. Because in case you gotta, but once you get it on there, it will go right into place. You see? And if you got any little edges, because it's like each time you transfer that pattern, you're gonna lose a little bit. You're gonna gain a little bit or lose a little bit. So just trim that off. If you have any excess up there. And then you just take your popcorn bag and you just slide it inside like that. And you're good to go. And you just decorate it however you want.